Hey, Akhi, man, it's Bobby Brown from Baton Rouge, Louisiana, man. I wanted to just say
Louisiana.
about the boxing. I just wanted to say this. The only way Terence Crawford and Errol Spence will be able to fight a great fight if Terence Crawford fight Manny Pacquiao the next fight. No tune-ups, no nothing else. Just versus Terence Crawford versus Manny Pacquiao.
And why you say that?
And then that'll make the Errol Spence versus Terence Crawford fight way bigger.
Oh,
and it'll be undisputed.
Talking about for money, yeah. So I could see that, but you got to keep in mind, Manny Pacquiao didn't fight Crawford when he was on top ringside. So why all of a sudden he gonna fight Crawford now? It just doesn't make sense to me. Why would Pacquiao? Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me? Oh, hold on. My bad, Akhi. He couldn't hear me, so I'm gonna repeat my points. I'm sorry. I don't know why I put you on mute. But they heard you. I don't think you were able to hear me. So I'm gonna repeat what I said. I think, in my opinion, that Crawford won't get the Manny Pacquiao fight because Pacquiao was on top ringside. Remember that? And he couldn't get the fight then. So I don't see no way in the world Crawford fighting Manny Pacquiao. Now, Pacquiao will be interested in fighting Errol Spence because Errol Spence is coming off a car accident. There's a question mark next to his name. And also, it's a big fight because Errol Spence does well on pay-per-view. His last two fights were on pay-per-view, just like Manny Pacquiao and Pacquiao, right? So, Manny Pacquiao, I believe, did against Keith Thurman around 450 pay-per-view, 450,000 pay-per-view. Errol Spence did around 350,000 pay-per-view. So Manny Pacquiao could be looking at that like, hey, listen, that pay-per-view plus my pay-per-view, we could probably generate a million or two. But against Crawford, it's just too dangerous. And if he didn't fight him when he was way younger, why will he fight him now?
Yeah, I understand that. But if we want the fight to be real big, the Terence Crawford versus Errol Spence, we would definitely need both of those guys that have two titles apiece, and they'll be fighting for the undisputed belt. They'll be fighting for the undisputed champion in the welterweight division.
Right. Right. Yeah, but see that's how Crawford could grow his name. But if Errol Spence fight Manny Pacquiao and beat Pacquiao, remember Pacquiao is a global star. So even if Errol Spence beats him, then Errol Spence will be that much popular. Like he will enter his Money May stage, for example. You know what I mean? So Errol Spence will be the cash cow, and Errol Spence versus Crawford then will be an even bigger fight. But Errol Spence will be such an A side that I get what you're saying. It ain't like a 50-50 split type of thing with the money and all that. But that's you gotta Crawford. He's with Bob Arum. I mean, obviously he should have went to PBC. I've been saying that because he made the wrong business decision sticking with Top Rank since they lack the talent pool at the welterweight division. But Bob Arum can't really guarantee Crawford any fight other than fighters that's willing to fight him like a Ugas or a Porter. Other than that, he really can't guarantee him any fights from the PBC side. PBC will do what's best for their network. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, it's a business. PBC is here for the money. You know what I mean? They could care less what the fighters want. They could care less what Bob Arum want and the sake of his pocket. They care about their pocket. So the PBC is going to make the fights that's going to grow their network and grow their fighters, which is Errol Spence versus Pacquiao. So I believe all this Pacquiao versus Crawford talk is just a leverage that Manny Pacquiao is doing to get more money and fight the guy he wants to fight, forcing them to take less money. That's my opinion on the whole thing.
Right, and then we can't risk any upsets, with the Errol Spence versus Pacquiao. I think Terence Crawford completely dominate Manny Pacquiao, but we don't know what Errol Spence is going to do while coming off the car accident. So we just can't risk of one guy taking the L. It'll be strong if both of those guys have zeros on their record.
No, they got to stay undefeated now. I mean, you don't have to be undefeated, but you can't take a L right now when the fight is so anticipated at this moment. But I agree with you that there's a question mark next to Errol Spence's name. It'd be wise if they give him a tune-up. Like Maurice Lee been doing his best calling Errol Spence out, and because of this quarantine thing, let him fight on without fans and stuff like that. But I don't think if Errol Spence is going to be willing to do that. Errol Spence wants the big names right away, so apparently he feel like he okay.
And another thing I wanted to add about Terence Crawford and his resume, man, I see a lot of these guys always talk about Terence Crawford's resume, but Jose Benavidez, I don't see none of these guys trying to fight him because that was a great boxer also. No one's trying to fight him. I don't see no one fighting him yet.
Who?
On the other side of the PBC side.
Talking about Benavidez?
Yeah, Jose Benavidez.
Yeah, Jose Benavidez is a good fighter. Like I said, Crawford has a decent resume. That's why he pound for pound #1 in my book. I mean, you got to keep in mind, when you beat the fighters you beat, that's when it counts. Like Gamboa, he beat him when Gamboa was still, Gamboa. He wasn't the best version of Gamboa, but he was still Gamboa. He beat Postal when Postal was arguably the best 140-pounder when he knocked out Matisse. And then he beat, like I said, Flex Diaz when Flex Diaz really beat Lamar Pearson. And they robbed him in a way. And like I said, he also beat Jeff Horn. When Jeff Horn beat Manny Pacquiao, you could say he robbed Pacquiao, but he did better than Keith Thurman and Broner. So, like I said, he washed Jeff Horn. It's the way Crawford is winning. He's washing these guys. It's not even a fight. Right. So that's why I want to see the fight. So I'm assuming you got Crawford. The way you talking about the whole situation.
Yeah, in my opinion, I think Crawford, just a tad bit better than Errol Spence, in my opinion, because his skill level, he can do so many different things. That's in my opinion, but let's just see when the fight comes. I will put all my money on Crawford, but yeah.
Oh yeah, I sure won't. I sure won't put my house on it. I tell you that. I don't care if I'm picking Errol or Crawford. I'm not gonna put my house on it. I'm gonna put $1 or $2 because it's that type of a fight. You don't know who's gonna win. It's a pick'em fight.
Yeah, it's a pick'em, but I'm going to lean towards Crawford because his skill level is unmatched.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right. Well, great talking to you, Akhi. You know what I'm saying? Call again next show, all right?
All right.
All right, peace out. Louisiana. Shout out to my Akhi. I mean, because y'all DCast will talk all of this in the comment section. Just peep the comment sections on my videos. They will say I'm biased. They will say this or they will say that. But when y'all having a chance to debate me on my own platform and expose Akhi, y'all got nothing to say. I drop facts on y'all. You see Camacho taking shots at the glove gate, but he can't prove them wrong. He just hate the fact that I put the truth out there. Y'all hate Akhi for telling the truth because the truth is so rare nowadays, but it's so popular to tell a lie. But that's not how I move. That's not how I rock. You know what Akhi stand for? Akhi stand for my brother. So even if you my brother and I have to check you and knock you out, that's exactly what I'm going to do and get a check doing it. So with that being said, you got a chance to make your own topic. Come up with your own topic you want to debate me with. Something I said in the past. Something you want to talk about. If you think I'm so biased, call in, prove Akhi wrong. Put that blemish on his record because Akhi out here being undefeated.